Hey, it's Matt on Comics, and this is my review of Moon Knight #1, which covers the origin story. The writer's by Doug Moench, and the art is by Bill Sienkiewicz. You've got the story of Mark Spector, who's originally the #2 to the Bushmen. They're mercenaries, and from the outset, you see after a few massacres that Mark Spector's not happy doing this. He's a soldier for hire, but he's not a ruthless killer, which the Bushman is, and his heart's not in it. He's got kind of like a sidekick called Frenchie, and they're like, yeah, we've really got to get out of this. And it's based in, I would say, North Africa, close to Egypt, but a bit further down. You've got a massacre going on, and the Bushman hears about a discovery of a tomb, so he wants to investigate and get the gold. Spector's not really in on this because he didn't really sign up to be like a grave robber or a treasure hunter, you know, and again, his heart's not in it, but he's going along with it. And you get, I believe it is Marlene and her father working on the dig site. And of course, things go really badly, and Marlene's father dies. You've got then Spector stepping in to try and save Marlene, because Marlene's dad tried to kill the Bushman, but Spector, out of his training, stopped him from doing it. And of course, the Bushman got hold of him, bites his throat out with the teeth. So the Spector seems to feel it's his responsibility to save the girl, and he does. By getting her away from it as fast as possible, and he just has enough of the Bushman. Of course, kind of challenges his right to lead, loses, gets left for dead, and I don't know how much I should go into this because I'm covering pretty much all his origin, but the prose that is used is such a really nice form of writing. It's a 50-cent book, so it's I would say probably early 80s or late 70s kind of thing. Late 70s, yeah, probably about 78, something like that. That's what it feels like. And it's the way it's written is rather a lot like some of the American kind of TV shows, where it's like, will he rescue the damsel and escape from the exploding train? Find out next time. And it's that kind of like expedition in the writing, and it's really nice, and it's not so prevalent. I really enjoyed this book. The origin story I thought was really good, with Khonshu, which is like the spirit of vengeance, the taker of vengeance, and that's basically what the Moon Knight is. And you find out about later on, after the origin, about the different identities that Mark Spector takes up. He's got like a kind of cabbie kind of identity, and he's got a millionaire identity. He was like an investor. So it's kind of covering it's very Batman. You've got the vengeance trying to make up for a mistake he made, which of course Bruce Wayne felt so bad in wanting to leave the cinema, and he does feel a core sense of responsibility for his parents getting killed. And you can kind of see that kind of aspect being worked in here, because he feels so bad for Marlene's father dying. You know, even though it was just instinct to kind of warn the Bushman, you know, it wasn't done out of any kind of malice. It, you know, he still did it, and he feels that regret. And you know, he's got like in Miller's year one, he goes undercover to kind of investigate the seedy areas of Gotham. And that's almost like the cab driver aspect. It's a lot of similes going on here, and it's kind of Marvel's answer to it. You know, he's kind of got a code, but he's still learning it. Yeah, I really enjoyed this book, considering it's early Marvel, and I wasn't a big fan of the early Marvel stuff, especially like Fantastic Four, and you know, just the way it was written. But I found this to be a lot more palatable and just really entertaining. Okay, score wise, I'm going to give it a, for art, I'm going to give it a, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 because I really liked the art and the kind of classic kind of printing on it. It was just really enjoyable, and it did exactly what it wanted to do. So 4 out of 5. I just really enjoyed the art on this. The kind of nostalgic kind of thing was just really good. Writing wise, I just thought it had enough of the flowery terms and the poetic kind of language, and the kind of language that harkens back to a different age, which I really did enjoy. And if you look at the language in comics now, which it's a bit more forthright and it's a bit more to the point, but I think it loses something of that the refined sense, because you had these, you know, middle-aged kind of men writing these comics for kids, but also writing stuff I think they would enjoy themselves, and the way they worded things I think was just very mature. And so I loved the writing on this, so I'm going to give it a 4. So 8 out of 10 for Moon Knight #1, which is a cracking score for a classic comic. Please comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought, and have a great, this is 23rd today, so have a great Christmas Eve. Bye.